Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're taking a look here at Trust Wallet. I got a lot of requests for this one here recently, and I just want to try to cover this, make sure we understand what's going to happen next. Because when you see a nice juicy candle like this here today, it's easy to want to FOMO in, but it's also easy to miss out on opportunities too. So we're going to talk about if there's any potential for benefit here. Speaking of benefit, if you want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site linked down below. Just quickly share with you here our trades we took overnight. Mind you, I was sleeping last night. We took Gala 22% profit in 4 hours, and our lever, this is actually a short trade. Fourth profit target, 82% if you round up a little bit in 2.5 days. So awesome stuff there. Again, congrats to our community members. Very well done. Thanks again so much for the wonderful feedback. Happy that worked out very well for you. Now, what I want to talk about here with this coin is a couple things. We want to discuss basically, well, I wouldn't say the elephant in the room, but we do want to talk on liquidity and fair value gap. We can see this previous fair value gap was filled, and there's also some liquidity here needs to be swept, and another fair value gap up here higher from roughly back all the way from June 6th. So we're talking 4 months worth of juicy profit targets are going to potentially be headhunted here soon. I think there's more likely for this coin to go up than down at this point, but again, that's just surface value. We want to look at the deeper details. We also wanted to kind of highlight the fact that we do have Elliott wave here as well. Let's go ahead and pull up our Fibonacci levels here to see how much of a pullback we might see. But generally speaking, I'm confident that we're going to see our 1, 2, 3 pattern. Okay, so if you're not familiar with the Elliott wave, basically takes the lowest point and obviously finds a higher high, higher low, higher high, another higher low, and then a higher high. Basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is our third wave, basically, or second, if you will, where we get 2 out of 3 waves effectively, and we're expecting a pullback. So the pullback here should occur down to about the halfway point or 0.382. Those are common characteristics. We also want to recognize that we have a strong resistance here, a previous resistance range right here at about 8. We'll just say, what is that? Hold on. What number is that? That is 81.5 cents. So 81.5 is also another area in which we could see the price action pull back towards. So if you're not familiar with my Twitter, Telegram, or Discord, I send out layout charts kind of look a little something like this. Kind of give you perspective on which direction things might go. Feel free to like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff over there. But what I'm getting at here is that I'm going to put this on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord so you know specifically what to look for, kind of to highlight those things. But I like to put this little magnet on here because oftentimes these previous highs are retested as lows. We also can kind of acknowledge here too that we got our previous month high and open. These are also gravitational pulls too. Coincidentally, the 1 month high is right there at 0.5 in Fibonacci. Wouldn't be surprised we see a bounce right there off that level. So we'll talk a little bit about that here in a moment, but that's just kind of what we're looking at there tentatively for the daily. Let's go ahead and pull up some traditional indicators here and kind of just note that we have the 200-day SMA at about 97 cents. That could be a strong resistance level if we retest that range. We also need to note that we're above both moving averages here. The more important one, the 20 and the 50. Okay, so those are important indicators, and what they do too is they kind of help us understand trend lines, right? So we kind of got this ascending trend that broke out already. I like to kind of just highlight this to give perspective on how things work out, because a lot of times you'll see things work into an ascending wedge and inevitably break upwards based on the fact that you keep retesting this level multiple times. Okay. That said, though, now that we're here and we broke out, is it going to retest this level at about 81.5 cents? Probably not. I think it's much more likely to see 85 or 87.5. But due to the way that the nature of how cycles work, when profits have to be taken, I'm expecting somewhere in the range here of 86 cents as a rough estimate. Taking a look here at the RSI, we are peaking up over 70 on the RSI. Leads me to believe we will see a little bit more of a pullback. Money flow index is increasing though, so keep that in mind. We have a tremendous amount of volume, and as long as the volume can sustain itself, the price should continue to go higher. So again, I'm going to be more interested in a lower price point. I hate buying the top. The price could continue higher and I'll miss my opportunity. That's fine. In fact, for Gala, for example, we missed the 1.4 cent entry about a week ago, and instead we got in at 1.5 and took some profits. So again, there's different strategies, of course. I don't mind missing out on opportunities. Crypto is full of missed opportunities, so try not to have FOMO. It's a very real thing that can affect your judgment. So long story short here, daily is still looking very bullish, but once again, pullback would make a little bit more sense. Quick look at the RSI, also overextended there as well, above 70 on the RSI. When I see the price action above 70 on daily and the 4 hour, that leads me to believe there will be a correction in the relative near future. The correction probably already happened. If you see this, it bounced all the way down to 0.382 and has already since recovered. So it might have missed our opportunity already. It's hard to say specifically, but that definitely looks like it was trying to pull back, and has since still continued to recover. So let's take a quick look at some obvious things here. Volume still increasing, even though it's diminished somewhat of a return. It's actually a lot of volume when you think about it, because this volume candle might even be larger than this one due to the fact that we have about 2.5 hours left in this 4-hour candlestick. So this tremendous amount of volume still flowing into this coin. That's a good sign. Okay. So even though RSI is overextended, money flow index is extremely high in the most recent couple of hours. Okay, so that's fantastic. That does tell us a lot of momentum, and the price action may not pull back as far as we're hoping for, and that's okay. Price could continue higher from here, but it did already wick down to this lower Fibonacci retracement level, and if we can kind of see here, there is also one other one that could potentially be filled. Okay. So again, hypothetically, we're looking pretty strong here on the daily. While we are overextended, that amount of volume leads me to believe we should be able to sustain this price action. On the hourly, let's take a quick look here. We got about 25 minutes left. Strong amount of volume in this most recent candle, which is a good sign. If we take a look quickly at Ichimoku Cloud, of course, we're going to have all green lights here to leave it open. That's why I try not to short or long into a coin that instantly pumps like this, because there's a lot that can happen. You got to wait for confirmation, and unfortunately, the price will run on you if you're not careful, what it already has done. Take a quick look at TD sequential though and see we're about 4 hours into this continuation. The price continues higher. We could see another 5 more hours. So hypothetically, this coin could remain bullish for the next 5 to 10 hours. So to me personally, I'm not going to really want to bother trading this coin between now and just say this evening. I'm going to probably retake another look at this here just to confirm and kind of see what's going on there. But generally speaking, we're not in a position right now where we should expect the price to continue either up or down, honestly. With it already wicking down this 0.382 level, that might have already found its bottom by lowering itself to that point. In fact, if we take a quick peek here in the bigger picture, we have to zoom out a little bit further. I'm curious if this is a level here, 0.382, if we saw any resistance, which we did kind of. I mean, you see a lot of resistance here previously when the price is trying to break through that level. So we can kind of presume here, based on that previous resistance shelf, that is going to be a potential strength. Okay, so I could very well see that being the lowest point in which this coin will go. Again, there is potential for 0.5 in Fibonacci. If it comes into that level, I'm going to be really happy to consider it jumping on. So I like to set alerts closer to my entry target so I can reevaluate later. I like to emphasize the word reevaluate because I don't just jump in blindly because I previously evaluated this. Things can change a lot in 12, 24 hours, okay? So if the price comes back to this level, I'd be more than happy to get in at 0.5. I'm looking at an entry at about 85 cents as a rough estimate. I'll reevaluate once more if we get to that level. It may not pull back to that area, and it might continue running. This has every quality of continuing higher based on the amount of volume we're seeing and how the volume profiles are working. So to me, I'm fairly confident this coin will continue to increase, and we may not see that lower price point. If so, I'll be happy to get in. If not, I'm not going to try to chase whatever the opposite of a falling knife is. Right? Price continues shooting upwards, I try to stay away from it myself. Personally, you might get lucky. If you're going to trade this coin though, low leverage, low position size is the best way to stay safe so you can survive these ebbs and flows. Because if you look at this coin, it does have a history of spiking up, right? It has a lot of these significant volume ticks, and some of them don't sustain themselves very well. This one lasted for 3 days. We saw 3 right shoulders, inevitably bled out. This previous one here, we saw the price come up. That was almost an overextension, and then it kind of wavered for a while and eventually came down. This other one here came up and it went down, so there's not a lot of consistency in these large candle wicks. So unfortunately, we can't really disseminate that it's just going to pump and dump. This could very well be the start of a run. Okay, so again, all the more reason to kind of, I guess, relax and chill and wait for a good opportunity. And if you insist on getting in now, once again, lower leverage would be appropriate, so you don't get wrecked with all these ugly candle wicks because it's moving. Okay. I hope this made sense and I described this correctly. If you want to learn more, you want to become a better trader, be part of our trading signals here. We got some awesome results there. Jump on over. CryptoCash.tech is the site, link down below. Look forward to work with you. If you want to jump on over to our Discord, Telegram, or Twitter, those are all available too. It's cool to be able to have a lot of support and just a good resource for you to be able to have those consistent results. So once again, thanks again for joining me here. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.